the MRI came back and it said I had a brain tumor and I needed to go into emergency surgery. Anybody, if I could inspire anybody that's going through similar tragedy that I've been through, I would say you're the gold. The hardest part about making this video was worrying about if anybody's going to watch it, like who's going to see it, is anybody going to listen, is anybody's going to be inspired. But if I can inspire just one person, then my job will be done. My name is Luke Chappell, and this is my story. My life was, I don't want to say it was great. Great is overkill. It wasn't perfect. I feel like I was on the pinnacle of my life. I was at the height. I had a good job, or let's say a decent job. It wasn't, I wasn't making six figures or anything like that. I had a family. Things were going really good. Everything went up in flames in the matter of 24 hours. Actually, 24 hours. It was crazy. Just going through the experience, I remember vividly, I woke up and I was in the ambulance. And I was looking around, I was hysterical, I was looking for my wife at the time and trying to see if she was okay, and the paramedics calmed me down and tried to, keep everything under control because I was going crazy. I think they may have even given me a sedative, I'm not sure. But I know that I was freaking out, like, where's my wife, and my daughter? And I was wondering where they were at, and, I was looking around and moving, and all I could see, I saw myself in the ambulance, in the bed, but it's hard to see what happened, like what is going on. So they took me out of the ambulance, rushed me to the ER. I'm still confused, not knowing what's going on. And finally the doctor came in and he told me I had a seizure. And that was crazy. I was like, what? I had a seizure? What does that even mean? I never had a seizure before. It was I had been fine. Like, what do you mean I had a seizure? So after telling me I had a seizure, he felt like it was pretty odd. So he decided to run more tests. And in the test, they ran a CAT scan and then they ran an MRI. And the MRI came back and it said I had a brain tumor and I needed to go into emergency surgery. That was not what I wanted to hear. That was the last thing I wanted to hear. Finally, the surgery came around. Initially, I felt like the surgery would be the end of it. Like, it's going to be the end of what seemed to be a growing nightmare. Because at that point, that was the only situation that was going on. I just had a seizure, and now because of the MRI, I have a brain tumor. The doctor told me I had a brain tumor because they saw it on the MRI. My mind didn't wrap around the fact that my life possibly was changed forever. The doctor said that the surgery could go well with no side effects and on the optimistic side. And then they start going down the list of things that could possibly happen. Possible paralysis, or me not being able to walk again or talk again, or me not being able to move or to have some type of mental disability. I was about to have this surgery, and now you're telling me that the surgery could make me worse than what I already am, but if I don't have the surgery, then I could possibly die from the tumor on my brain. It's like I was in a lose-lose situation here. Like, what do you do? After the surgery, I felt like things would be better. That was the worst of the worst. I got the tumor off of my brain. I can go back to being normal. I can go back to my life that was going well for me at the time. Unfortunately, it didn't go that way. After waking up from the surgery, my body felt different. I could tell that it was hard to move. Of course, I was under a lot of anesthesia, so I just kind of laid there for a little bit and got myself together. I realized that there was something different about the left side of my body. I didn't have mobility. Going through that, having to watch or having to allow people to clothe me, bathe me, nurse me practically, it was so humbling. In my mind, I thought it was something I was going to bounce back from. I just remember having to be in the wheelchair, not even being able to get into the wheelchair myself, but having to have someone put me in the wheelchair, have someone put me on the toilet, having to have someone shower me, to bathe me in the shower, and it's such a internally it was a hard place to be in. Sometimes in life, everything you have goes up in flames, and what I had built and what I had acquired was ashes. But now I see the beauty. I have beauty for ashes. I really don't appreciate a lot of things, experiences, until you actually gone through it. Not being able to walk, just have that appreciation for life and for mobility. A lot of times we take it for granted that we can move, or we take it for granted that we don't have to have anyone to shower us, or we don't have to have anyone to bathe us, or to pick us up and to put us into the bed, or to pick us up out of the bed, or just walk ourselves. And a lot of times we do take it for granted. It completely changed my whole outlook. And the good thing about it, my life was not a mistake. It's not an accident. If I could inspire someone that has gone through tragedy, that has had a similar experience to what I've had, I would let you know that your life is valuable. It doesn't matter if you've gone through something that I've gone through, or if you've lost a limb, or if you had a divorce, or if you have some crazy catastrophe that is just a freakish accident that no one can explain. You still have value. There's something that you are adding, even if it is just to make someone smile. I think about gold. You put gold in the fire, and the fire has a way of removing all of the impurities that's inside that gold, and then the gold is more valuable when you take it out of the fire and the impurities have been removed. I think of the situation and the tragedy that I've been through, or maybe anybody that goes through in life. It's the fire that's removing the impurities out of your life that is going to make you more valuable. If I could inspire anybody that's going through similar tragedy that I've been through, I would say, you're the gold. That tragedy is the fire, you know? That problem is the fire. If you can only see yourself being refined by that fire, it will help you to progress in your recovery. That's something that's helped me. Just the fact that I had brain surgery and that I went through this experience, it has added value in the way of showing me life lessons to learn to make myself better. I can't go down the road that I was going to go down, but hey, there is a detour to getting to where I was trying to go. So this is my story. My name is Luke Chapman.